Hello folks, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody out there is ready for the weekend. I'll tell you what, we are having spectacular weather right now. Woke up to 63 degrees here in South Alabama this morning, which felt like a little bit of early fall. Now, we've got a lot more summer to come, and I'm imagining we're going to have a couple more storms give us a scare, but this morning was pretty much perfect when I walked out on the back deck. But today I want to talk about easy weight loss and maintenance on a raw food diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. All right, well, let's talk about some weight loss, because still that is what most people ask me about on Instagram, on writing to me, what have you. And it's no mystery. It's no mystery. And I've lost count of the weight loss and talking about weight videos that I've done. You know, I try to throw the kitchen sink at you. And you may not want to hear this, but it's just like when you're ready to lose weight, when you decide to lose weight, you're going to lose weight. Because our body is a remarkable organism. Let's just play some logic here for a minute. Forget everything you've ever known about dieting, losing weight, food, and everything. And just think about the intelligence of our bodies, the designs of our bodies. Do you think it's even possible that you can eat like you're supposed to eat? Do you think it's possible that you can eat the things that you're supposed to eat and not be the weight that you're supposed to be? No. And that's the thing. People just don't want to be real with themselves. Every time I've ever done a video or every time I've ever talked about weight, there's always people that resist. They push. They don't want to hear. And listen, all I'm trying to do, I have no stake in it. You can be one of those 600-pound people on TV. It doesn't affect my life. Doesn't affect my joints. Doesn't affect my heart. Doesn't affect any of that stuff. So it's like, I don't have any agenda here other than trying to help you get to a certain place. But if you're eating the foods that you're supposed to eat, your body will find its size. Not everybody has the same size body, and that's not just some of this 2021 make everybody feel good. But what I'm saying is we have different builds to our body. So not everybody's going to look the same, and not everybody's going to have the same ideal weight. But if we are eating what we're supposed to be eating, you're not going to be carrying around a lot of extra weight. And as I've talked about many times before, I think the biggest thing that prevents people from losing weight is they just don't give things enough time. We're so impatient. Our society is impatient. I may not be impatient about the food, but I'm impatient about things. You're impatient about things. Everybody's impatient about things. When someone has a lot of weight to lose, or even some weight to lose, that's just individual to each person how they think. There's always this urge. It's got to happen. I'm in a hurry, impatient. And it just doesn't always happen that way. I like to go back to Melissa all the time when it comes to the weight loss, since I don't have a big, huge weight loss to fall back on. And like I said, she told me that it was not linear. She didn't just like start doing this and the weight just started coming off, and it just kept coming off until she got to the weight that she wanted to be. She would hit these plateaus. She would hit these periods where she didn't lose any weight for several months. Now, if she had panicked or if she had been impatient and decided, okay, now I need to try something else, who knows? Who knows? She would have probably bounced around to different things. She'd have probably lost a little weight, gained a little weight, lost a little weight, but she wrote it out. She knew what she was feeding her body. She focused on feeding her body nutrition. And that's always got to be the number one thing in your thinking. No matter what you're trying to do, whether you're trying to heal something in your body, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to clear up your skin, it all comes from this internal machine. So the healthier and the stronger we make this internal machine, the outside stuff, the issues will just tend to go away or take care of themselves or work themselves out. Now for weight loss, like I say, there is always I can tend to find some I don't want to say it's. I'm not saying that people are lying when they say, well, they do this or they do that. They just don't have the most perfect memory, and that's why I'm always saying write it down. If you are struggling with weight, it's absolutely necessary you write all your food down, every bite down, every single bite, how much you're eating, when you're eating, all the kind of stuff. Now, as I've mentioned before, I happen to have a couple of food journals on Amazon. I've got this one, and I've got one that's got a cover that I like better. This was just a prototype. I'll put a couple of links down below. But this video is not to sell you something. That's just because some people like a proper little, it's nice because it's got the lines in there. Like, see, you've got a place where you can put your date, the date, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Now, let me just say unequivocally, you don't need that. You don't need any fancy journal. Go out and get yourself a notebook this afternoon. I just know some people like to carry something or have something like this a little bit nicer like that. Write down, however you do it. Go get some napkins or paper towel out of the kitchen. But however you do it, you need to write down every bite of food you eat. Then if you ask for help, you can figure it out. Or you can, it's kind of like doing working through math problems. You can figure it out on your own with a food journal, notebook, and a scale. All right, you write down everything you're eating. You do the best you can. You're learning more. You're educating yourself. You're learning, okay, maybe I shouldn't eat it, like do this. Maybe I should do this. You write it all down, and you get on your scale regularly. If you're not, okay, now this is real, this is my method. This is my method. I'm not Mr., I'm not going to sit down and write out a diet or a program or anything. This is exactly how I would recommend doing it. And if I was right there with you one-on-one, this is how I would do it. You'd write every bite of food down that you're eating every day, every bite. You can't leave anything else. You weigh yourself on a regular basis, and you adjust that food that you're eating, based on what you're getting right there. Now, you don't panic. Once again, I'm not saying you change the way you're doing things. You may just adjust the amounts, and I would say do that kind of thing in small increments. Okay, you've been writing down stuff for, say, a week, and you get on the scale, and you don't have any weight loss, or you don't have the weight loss that you expected over a week. Or maybe you've actually gained. What I would do at that point is then I would start going through my food journal, and I would cut back a little bit. Once again, don't make big movements. I would cut back just a little bit. In other words, I'd go through here and maybe I'd cut back just to tweak it a little bit. I'd cut back the equivalent of 3 or 4 bananas in a day, like 300 or 400 calories. You do that, you keep writing your stuff down, you adjust, and you weigh yourself again, and you act accordingly. Now, as I'm saying this, I think also, and this is just my channel, so when I say I think, it's all my opinion, but also too, I know it sounds sexier and it's more exciting when you get on that scale at the end of the week or however often you do it, and you see a big drop. Like, oh, I love it when you see people going, oh, I lost 8 pounds this week. Well, if you've got a lot of weight to release, that might be okay, for a few weeks, maybe for a month, but that's too fast. And what I tend to notice with people, especially people that are not very morbidly obese, I notice that the people that lose it rapidly or lose it too fast, they tend to be soft when they get, even if they get to their goal weight, they tend to be kind of soft and mushy. Personally, and I'm not saying it doesn't have to be exactly, I'd say 2 pounds a week is a great loss. That's a good solid loss. So don't focus on, like I say, don't focus unless you're got a couple 100 pounds to lose. Don't focus on just trying to lose so much at one time. But then you go back to your journal and you just adjust and you make little adjustments. You say, okay, maybe it's not even just the calories, the equivalent of cutting out calories. Another little thing I want to drop in there for you is, and just as a little precursor to this, no, I'm not against fat. I like fat. In general, I consume a nice healthy amount of fat, but this last 5 or 6 weeks, I think I've mentioned in a few recent videos, I've been kind of doing a little cleanse of my own, but a cleanse where I eat. And I have pretty much dropped the fat for coming up on 6 weeks now, except the last 10 days or so, I've been using some hemp seeds. Like I'm just had a smoothie a little while ago, so I've used hemp seeds 4, 5, or 6 times. But other than that, I dropped all the fat. I wasn't trying to lose weight. I just needed like a kind of little clean me up after having a hectic summer, selling a house, moving out of the house, and all that. But I did lose a few pounds. Like I said, I didn't really want to, but I lost a few pounds by dropping that fat. And I have not been restricting. I've been eating I've been staying satisfied. Something else I would recommend, kind of from my cleanse, but you could do certain aspects on a regular basis to get that weight, to get that weight loss going. Lichen mono meals are very simple mono meals. So I would recommend, wherever you're at in your journey, is to have one for a meal a day. Like have breakfast, have a mono meal, or at the very, very least, have 2 things. Like right now, I'm getting incredible mangoes. I don't even know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm getting some of the best Kent mangoes I've ever had. I'm on the best mango run that I've been since I've been back in the States for 4 weeks. And for the longest time, I've been getting so much mango, I was just eating a bowl of mango every morning. I'd have about 4 mangoes. That would be it. Highly recommend that. Highly, highly. If you can get mangoes. I know we're kind of coming into that time of the year. And after I got, I did that for 5, 6, 7 days, and then I said, okay, let's change it up. So recently I've been having just banana and mango smoothies. But those simple combinations. So try having one meal where you maybe just have a real simple mono meal like that, or maybe or 2 ingredients, 2 fruits though. That fruit is just so good as the first meal of the day. And it gets you off to a good start. So drop the fat for us. It's not going to kill you. And once again, fat is not bad. Fat is not bad. I'm not one of those people that recommends uber low fat for a long period of time. Also, too, like I talk about truly feeding your body, when you're trying to lose weight, people tend to restrict. And when people restrict, they tend not to get the nutrition they need. You don't have to do some people, when you're trying to lose weight, they recommend not doing smoothies, because smoothies promote weight gain. I don't think so. It's all about the amount of energy, calories you're taking in during the course of the day. You don't have to do an 8, 9, 10 banana smoothie like maybe I do sometimes, but I still recommend the green smoothies because you can get so much nutrition in them. Like in my green smoothie I just had a little while ago, I had bananas, I got kale packed in there, I got blackstrap molasses, and today, like I said, I was having a little bit of hemp seeds. So having some of those mono meals, I'm not saying do like me every day, but having, like, say, have a week where you have a mono meal every day. Have a week where you have a good green smoothie every day. Make yours only 4 or 5 greens. If you're worried, if you think it's going to be too much, start out with, say, 4 bananas in a green smoothie, 5 bananas in a green smoothie. But you're getting that nutrition. That's the point of it. No matter how many of the bananas you use, cram as much greens as you can in there. Use my double blend method. Cram as many greens as you can in there, blend it, then cram it again and blend it. And like I said, I highly recommend that blackstrap molasses, although for the absolute purist out there, no, it's probably not, it's not raw. I know it's not raw, it's sugar cane, but good stuff. High in calcium and iron daily with 1 tablespoon. But feed your body nutrition. If you just really get into this, put blinders on and think about, instead of losing weight, healing skin, doing this, fixing your gut, blah, 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 it's just feeding your body the nutrition it needs. And then also, once again, I'm going to put my plug in there for the fiber fueled book and principle and just way of thinking about healing your gut and making your gut really strong, because the health comes from the gut. That gut is our second brain, and it controls so much to do with the health of our body. So you get that gut healthy, you get your overall organism healthy, and your body's going to find the weight that it wants. I mean, like I say, and I'm going to finish there, but as far as the maintenance, I said weight loss and maintenance. When you've lost the weight, you'll just kind of know, but play with that journal all the time. that will help you if you're writing things down all along the way. And then even, when you get to where you want to be, you'll know when it's time to start adding more food back in, and then you can find that place where you just maintain all the time. I mean, I've been there. Listen, I've been doing this for 9 years. I got way too skinny in the beginning. I scrambled to catch up on weight, but now that I'm in a happy zone, I'm probably in the 165 pound range, and I feel good. I don't have to really work that hard to maintain that. I just eat. I just know how much I need to eat. So anyhow, hope you can find maybe one tip in there you can pull out and help yourself. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Peace.